Welcome to the Go to Sleep channel. I'm your host, Frank, and tonight I hope you find sleep through the marvelous story of the Jurassic period. The Triassic has ended. The world has been shaken by fire, by shifting continents, by storms and extinctions. Entire lineages have vanished, swept away by the restless earth and the changing skies. But as one age closes, another begins. The Jurassic dawns, and with it comes the true rise of the dinosaurs. Imagine standing on the edge of a wide valley in the early Jurassic, roughly 200 million years ago. The sun is pale, hanging low in the sky, its light filtered through a thin veil of mist. Beneath you, the land rolls in soft greens and deep browns, forests stretching into the distance, broken by wide floodplains where rivers wander lazily. The air is humid, warmer than the Triassic world that came before. Rains fall more often now, feeding rivers that run deeper and stronger, nourishing vast forests of conifers, cycads, and towering tree ferns. Life, once pressed to the margins by chaos, now spreads with vigor across the land. It is a world in recovery. The scars of the Triassic extinction remain, written in stone and fossil, but nature wastes no time in reclaiming space. New plants take root in volcanic soils enriched by ash and mineral. Forests grow thick and tangled. Swamps form in valleys, buzzing with insects and lined with reeds. In these places, life reorganizes itself, filling the niches left empty by vanished species. And at the center of this new beginning stand the dinosaurs. They are no longer the small, tentative creatures of the Triassic. They are growing larger, more confident, more diverse. From agile hunters darting through undergrowth to immense herbivores reaching higher than ever before, they spread across valleys, coasts, and plains. The Jurassic is their canvas, and they are beginning to paint it with movement, sound, and presence. Picture the first great herds moving across a river plain. At their headwalk, massive creatures with long, pillar-like legs and necks that stretch endlessly upward. These are the early sauropods, ancestors of the giants that will define this age. Their bodies sway gently as they move, tails sweeping behind like living whips. Each step presses deep into the mud, leaving footprints that will harden into fossils, silent signatures across time. They pause at the edge of the river, lowering their heads to drink, before lifting their necks once more into the canopy to strip leaves from the highest branches. Few other creatures can reach such heights. The forest belongs to them now, and near their feet, smaller dinosaurs weave in and out of the undergrowth. Ornithischians, small, beaked herbivores, scurry between the legs of giants, nibbling at low ferns and cycads, always alert for danger. Some move in groups, their eyes scanning the edges of the clearing. They are prey animals, and instinct has taught them to live by watching, listening, fleeing at the first sign of movement in the shadows, because predators are never far. Out on the floodplain, a hunter waits. It is taller than any carnivore of the Triassic, its body sleek and muscular, its jaws lined with sharp, serrated teeth. This is Dilophosaurus, an early Jurassic predator, its twin crests catching the light of the sun. It walks slowly, each step measured, tail outstretched for balance. Its eyes are fixed on the herd of small herbivores, calculating, waiting for one to stray too far. When the moment comes, it surges forward, long legs propelling it with speed and power. The ground trembles beneath its charge. The herbivores scatter, some fleeing into the forest, others dashing toward the water's edge. One is not fast enough. The jaws close. The hunt is over. Predators like Dilophosaurus are proof of how far dinosaurs have come. They are larger, faster, more specialized than their Triassic ancestors. The evolutionary experiments of the earlier age have refined themselves into sleek, efficient designs. And they are only the beginning. The Jurassic is not only a time of dinosaurs, though they are its most famous actors. Other creatures still share the stage. Along the rivers, crocodile-like reptiles bask in the sun, sliding into water when threatened, lurking near the banks for fish or unsuspecting prey. Amphibians croak in the shallows, their calls echoing in the thick, humid air. Insects hum in clouds above the reeds, filling the air with a constant low chorus. And in the oceans, life surges with equal vigor. Ichthyosaurs, sleek and dolphin-like, cut through the waves with speed and precision, chasing schools of fish. Their eyes are large, adapted for the dim light of deeper waters, their bodies built for endurance. Not far behind them, long-necked plesiosaurs glide, their flippers beating in graceful synchrony, necks darting forward to snap fish from the water. The seas of the Jurassic are alive with motion, with hunters and prey, with a complexity that rivals the land. Above it all, the skies are no longer empty. Pterosaurs, those pioneers of flight, soar on wide, leathery wings, circling over rivers and coasts. Some are small, no larger than a raven, while others already stretch their wings to impressive spans. They glide effortlessly on warm air currents, scanning the ground below for prey. When they fold their wings and dive, it is with the silence of inevitability, a swift descent ending in precision. But while oceans and skies teem with life, it is the land that tells the story of the Jurassic most vividly. The dinosaurs, once marginal survivors, are now architects of ecosystems. The sauropods reshape forests simply by feeding. Their immense size protects them from most predators, their long necks granting them access to a canopy untouched by smaller herbivores. Where they walk, paths are trampled, vegetation cleared. Where they feed, the shape of the forest changes, opening spaces for new plants, creating habitats for smaller creatures. Their presence is an act of transformation, and with them come the great predators. Each herbivore herd is shadowed by carnivores, from pack hunters to solitary giants. The balance of life, predator and prey, hunter and hunted, plays out across the plains daily, each encounter a test of speed, strength, and survival. It is a system both brutal and beautiful, a dance of endurance honed by millions of years. The climate of the Jurassic favors this expansion. Unlike the arid extremes of the Triassic, the Jurassic world is warmer, wetter, more stable. Monsoons sweep across some regions, feeding lush forests. Inland seas moderate temperatures, creating fertile valleys and broad floodplains. Vegetation thrives, and with it, the herbivores that depend upon it. In turn, predators flourish where prey is abundant. It is a chain of abundance, each link feeding the next. And yet, for all its richness, this world is not free from danger. Volcanoes still line the edges of Pangaea's rifts, pouring lava and ash into the air. Earthquakes shake valleys, altering rivers, reshaping coastlines. Storms batter the land, flooding plains and uprooting forests. Life in the Jurassic is abundant, but it is never easy. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest sauropod, must navigate a world in constant motion, a world of change. Still, the arc of history bends toward growth. Dinosaurs are no longer just one group among many. They are the foundation of entire ecosystems, shaping the land as much as they are shaped by it. In the Jurassic, their story has truly begun. The Jurassic world is warm, green, and alive. It is a world in motion, shaped by rivers, forests, and the slow splitting of continents. If you could rise above it, higher than the tallest tree, higher than the tallest mountain, you would see something remarkable. The supercontinent of Pangaea, once one unbroken mass, is beginning to crack. Vast rifts split the land, opening valleys that will one day become oceans. Lava spills from these wounds, glowing red against the dark earth, while steam rises from lakes and swamps that fill the lowlands. It is a time of transition, and with transition comes opportunity. And into this opportunity step the giants. Across a wide plain, herds of sauropods stretch as far as the eye can see. These are not the small experimentations of the Triassic. These are titans, bodies longer than a house, taller than trees, moving with the slow patience of creatures that fear little. Their necks sweep back and forth, reaching into canopies, stripping entire branches in a single motion. When they exhale, clouds of mist burst into the morning air. Each step presses deep into the soil, leaving footprints that will last for centuries, perhaps for millions of years. Among them walks Volcanodon, an early sauropod, its long neck arcing gracefully as it feeds. Nearby, larger cousins graze. Brachiosaurus, stretching nearly 15 meters, its body like a living wall of muscle and bone. These animals live in herds for protection and for strength. Their size is their greatest defense. Few predators dare to approach them, and those that try rarely succeed. To watch them move is to witness the earth itself in motion. But not all sauropods are alike. Some are built for sheer height, necks rising like towers into the canopy. Others move closer to the ground, feeding on low shrubs and cycads. In this diversity lies their success. They are not competing for the same food, but dividing the forest among themselves, each taking what the other cannot. This quiet partitioning, this balance of diet and space, allows them to spread across entire continents. From the floodplains of Africa to the coasts of Europe, from the valleys of Asia to the swamps of North America, sauropods become the architects of ecosystems. And where herbivores thrive, predators follow. In the shade of the forest, eyes glint. The predator waits, muscles coiled, breath steady. It is Cryolophosaurus, a theropod of the southern lands. Its crest curves like a wave across its head, bright in the filtered sunlight. It is not as large as the predators to come, but in this time and place, it is a terror. Its jaws are long, lined with teeth sharp enough to pierce flesh, its legs powerful enough to chase down prey. It steps forward, silent, scanning the herd of smaller herbivores grazing at the edge of the clearing. When it strikes, it does so with precision, a blur of speed, a flash of teeth. Elsewhere, in North America, another predator reigns. Dilophosaurus, taller than a man, sleek and fast, prowls the floodplains. Its twin crests flash in the morning light as it moves through reeds, leaving ripples in the shallow water. It hunts in bursts of energy, sudden chases ending in violent clashes. It is an opportunist, taking whatever it can: fish, small dinosaurs, carrion when it is available. This adaptability ensures its survival, allowing it to hold its ground while larger predators are still rising. The predators are changing, just as the herbivores are. They are becoming larger, stronger, more specialized. The Jurassic is not a world of hesitation. It is a world of refinement, of evolution finding sharper edges and more efficient designs. Every chase, every kill, every failed attempt writes itself into the bodies of future generations, honing them for survival. But survival is not only about teeth and claws. It is also about the world itself, the landscapes that nurture and challenge life. The forests of the Jurassic are immense. Conifers dominate the skyline, their trunks rising straight and tall, needles whispering in the wind. Beneath them, cycads spread broad leaves, and tree ferns unfurl delicate fronds. The air is thick with the scent of resin, of damp earth, of leaves crushed underfoot. Insects buzz in clouds, filling the undergrowth with constant motion. Dragonflies, some with wingspans as wide as a human hand, skim the surface of ponds. Beetles and ants swarm over fallen logs, dismantling them piece by piece. The forest is alive in every layer, from the canopy to the soil. And in these forests, new creatures emerge. Early mammals, no larger than mice, scurry among roots, their tiny bodies quick and nervous. They live in the shadows, feeding at night, hiding by day. Though small, they are survivors, finding safety in niches ignored by the giants. They will not dominate this world, not yet. But they are here, quietly writing their own chapter. Step beyond the forests, and the land changes. Rift valleys stretch wide, filled with lakes that shimmer under the sun. The water teems with fish, and along the shores, amphibians bask, their bodies slick with moisture. Pterosaurs circle overhead, wings catching the breeze, their cries echoing across the valley. When they dive, their jaws snap around fish, and they rise again, droplets of water streaming from their wings. They are masters of the skies, their numbers growing with each generation. Some are small, fragile, flitting like bats at dusk. Others already stretch their wings to spans that cast shadows across the land. The skies are theirs, just as the seas belong to the ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs. And the seas, they are kingdoms of their own. Far from shore, ichthyosaurs dart through schools of fish, their bodies sleek as arrows, their eyes vast and unblinking. Some grow enormous, over 10 meters long, diving deep in pursuit of prey. Plesiosaurs rise to the surface for breath, their long necks weaving through the waves before plunging again into the depths. In these oceans, life is abundant, layered with predators and prey, with creatures that will never walk the land but dominate the water with equal majesty. The Jurassic is a tapestry. Forests, plains, swamps, coasts, oceans, skies, each thread woven with new forms, new experiments in life. It is a world filled with abundance, yet always balanced by danger. For every herd of sauropods, there are predators lurking. For every school of fish, there are jaws waiting in the dark. For every creature that thrives, another falls. Still, the arc bends toward expansion. Dinosaurs spread across continents, their diversity increasing with each passing million years. Sauropods grow larger, testing the limits of bone and muscle. Predators grow sharper, their senses keener, their strategies more refined. Ornithischians diversify, some developing armor, others building herds for protection. It is a constant interplay, predator and prey locked in endless dialogue, shaping each other's destinies. And beneath it all, the earth shifts. The continents drift, slowly tearing apart the unity of Pangaea. New seas form, climates shift, and habitats change. These changes will create new opportunities, new challenges, new forms of life. The Jurassic is only at its beginning, and already the world hums with potential. Stand here for a moment, in the warmth of a Jurassic afternoon. The sun filters through the canopy. Somewhere in the distance, the low call of a sauropod rolls across the plain, deep and resonant. Insects hum, rivers murmur, leaves whisper in the wind. And above it all, you feel it. The weight of time, the certainty of growth, the quiet inevitability of life moving ever forward. The giants are here now. The earth belongs to them. And their story is only just beginning. The Jurassic world has matured. Millions of years have passed since the first sauropods wandered cautiously across river valleys. Now the landscape is filled with them, vast herds stretching across plains, forests echoing with their calls, ecosystems shaped by their presence. It is the golden age of giants, an era where life seems almost limitless in its ambition. Imagine a valley at dawn. Mist hangs low, softening the outlines of trees and hills. From the haze emerge the silhouettes of titans. Long necks stretch upward, breaking through the mist as they reach into the canopy. Broad bodies move slowly across the land, each step deliberate, earth trembling beneath their weight. This is the age of Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, the great architects of the Jurassic world. Diplodocus moves with extraordinary grace for its size. Its body stretches over 20 meters, its tail a whip trailing behind, slicing the air in subtle arcs. Its neck sweeps back and forth like a pendulum, stripping entire branches of leaves with a single motion. It does not hurry, it does not need to. The herd surrounds it, dozens of others moving in rhythm, each animal a living tower of muscle and bone. When they move together, the sound is like distant thunder, rolling and steady. Nearby, Apatosaurus grazes along the riverbank. Its body is even heavier, its neck thick and powerful. It dips its head low to gather ferns, then lifts it again, surveying the landscape with calm certainty. Where Apatosaurus walks, the ground bears its mark. Paths are pressed deep into the earth, trails that other animals follow for years. Even rivers seem to bend around the paths of these giants, reshaped by the constancy of their passing. And then there is Brachiosaurus, perhaps the most iconic of them all. Its neck towers high above the trees, reaching heights no other land animal has ever achieved. Unlike Diplodocus and Apatosaurus, it does not sweep its head from side to side, but stretches upward, feeding where no other creature can. It is a living skyscraper, its silhouette rising above the forest like a mountain in motion. When the sun strikes its back, it gleams like bronze, a monument to the power of life's design. To live among giants is to live in a world defined by scale. Forests are pruned by necks that reach higher than ladders. Plains are fertilized by the droppings of herds, enriching the soil for new growth. Rivers are reshaped by their passage. Even the air carries their voices. Deep rumbles that vibrate through the ground, long calls echoing across miles. The sauropods are not just participants in their ecosystem, they are its foundation. And yet, life is never still. For every giant that grazes, there are others that circle, waiting, watching. In the distance, shadows gather. The predators are here. Among them is Allosaurus, the lion of the Jurassic. It is not the largest predator the Earth will ever know, but in this age, it is supreme. Its body is sleek, powerful, balanced on muscular legs. Its skull is long, lined with serrated teeth, designed not to crush, but to tear. When it strikes, it does not kill with a single bite, but with repeated slashes, blood loss weakening its prey until the struggle ends. It is a strategy of patience, of persistence, honed by generations of survival. Watch as a group of Allosaurs circles a herd of Diplodocus. They do not attack the adults. The risk is too great. A single strike from a whiptail could break a rib. A single stomp could crush bone. Instead, they wait for weakness. A young Diplodocus lags behind, smaller, less steady in its stride. The predators close in, silent, eyes fixed on their target. Then, in a burst, they strike. The air fills with cries, with the thunder of feet, with the chaos of survival. Somewhere in the dust, the outcome is decided. This is the balance of the Jurassic, giants and hunters, each shaping the other. The sauropods grow larger, herds more protective, young more closely guarded. The predators grow sharper, faster, more coordinated. It is an endless dialogue, predator and prey writing their story in each encounter. And they are not alone. Across the plains, another lineage thrives. The ornithischians, the bird-hipped dinosaurs, are carving their own path. Among them walks Stegosaurus, a creature unlike any other. Its back is lined with great plates, tall and triangular, rising like sails. Its tail ends in sharp spikes, 4 of them, each longer than a man's arm. When it swings that tail, it is a weapon of deadly precision, capable of piercing flesh, of breaking bone. Stegosaurus moves slowly, its head low to the ground, grazing on ferns and cycads. But its appearance is unforgettable, a fusion of elegance and defense, of beauty and danger. The plates along its back may serve many purposes. Perhaps they help regulate body temperature, radiating heat in the cool of the morning, absorbing warmth in the chill of night. Perhaps they are displays, catching the sun, signaling strength to rivals and attraction to mates. Whatever their function, they make Stegosaurus one of the most distinctive creatures of its time, a living sculpture, a testament to evolution's creativity. Stegosaurus is not alone in its diversity. Other ornithischians graze nearby, small, nimble dinosaurs like Camptosaurus, darting between the legs of giants, feeding on low plants. Their speed is their defense, their agility their shield. They move in groups, watchful, alert to every sound. Though they lack the size of sauropods or the teeth of predators, they endure, filling spaces left open, niches overlooked. This layering of life creates ecosystems of extraordinary richness. Forests hum with insects, the air alive with the calls of birds' ancient ancestors. Rivers teem with fish, amphibians lurking in the shallows, turtles basking on logs. The skies belong to pterosaurs, their wings catching the wind as they glide in flocks over lakes and coasts. Some are small, no larger than a crow. Others, like Pterodactylus, spread wings over a meter across, swooping gracefully in search of prey. In time, these flyers will grow into giants of their own, but even now, they command the air with elegance. And beneath the ground, mammals stir. They are still small, still shadow dwellers, feeding on insects and seeds. But their teeth are changing, becoming more complex, more efficient. Their brains are larger than those of reptiles of similar size. their senses sharper. They live in burrows, in crevices, in the margins of a world dominated by dinosaurs. They are not rulers here, but survivors, preparing quietly for an age yet to come. The Jurassic is not just about creatures. It is also about the Earth itself, restless and alive. Continents continue to drift apart. Seas spread wider, climates shift, coastlines reshape. Where once there was a single landmass, now rift valleys widen into oceans, filling with salt water, becoming barriers and bridges both. These changes isolate populations, forcing them to adapt, to diverge, to become new species. Diversity blooms from separation. Dinosaurs in North America evolved differently from those in Africa or Europe. Pterosaurs on distant islands develop unique forms. Life is no longer a single story, but a chorus of voices, each singing its own song. In this world, time itself feels vast, almost immeasurable. Millions of years pass like seasons, each generation a thread woven into the greater fabric. Forests grow, die, and grow again. Mountains rise and erode. Rivers change course. And through it all, the dinosaurs endure, their presence steady, their shapes evolving, but their dominance unchallenged. Stand here, in the heart of the Jurassic. The sun is high, the air warm, the land alive with movement. A herd of Brachiosaurus feeds at the edge of the forest, their necks swaying like trees in the wind. Stegosaurus grazes nearby, plates gleaming in the sunlight. In the distance, an Allosaurus roars, a sound that carries across the valley, deep and resonant, a declaration of power. Above, pterosaurs wheel in the sky, their shadows flickering across the ground, and beneath it all, in burrows and roots, mammals hide, waiting, surviving. This is the golden age of giants, an era when life reached upward, outward, into every possible space. The world is rich, abundant, teeming with diversity, but nothing lasts forever. The Earth is restless, always changing, and the balance of power is never fixed. For now, the dinosaurs rule unchallenged, but already the seeds of future change are stirring, hidden in the shifting continents, in the restless Earth, in the quiet persistence of small creatures in the shadows. The Jurassic world stands at its height. Forests tower, plains stretch wide, and herds of dinosaurs thunder across the land in numbers that seem inexhaustible. Every niche is filled, every environment teeming with life. It is a world rich, abundant, and seemingly eternal. And yet, beneath the surface, change stirs. The golden age is steady, but no age lasts forever. Let us walk once more across the valley floor. The air is thick with warmth, the ground humming beneath the steps of giants. Diplodocus grazes, sweeping its long neck from side to side. Stegosaurus ambles through ferns, tail spikes swaying lazily but ready, always ready. Above, the cries of pterosaurs pierce the sky, wings tracing arcs of light against the clouds. It is a scene of balance, predator and prey locked in their endless dialogue, the great web of life woven tightly. And then comes a sound, low, resonant, a roar that rolls across the valley like a storm. The call of Allosaurus, master of this land. Allosaurus is a hunter refined by time. 9 meters of muscle, bone, and instinct, its body perfectly tuned for pursuit and ambush. Its jaws do not crush like those of future predators, but its teeth are sharp, curved, designed to carve and bleed.